Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Goettling and Gino Fronti.
There we are, our saddest part of the day. Just so you know, if you're like, who the heck is this? You probably recognize their voices, hopefully by now after 6 years. It's Don Goettling and Gino Fronti with the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. And we've started the show to help you. That is our whole go. They basically say, you know, if you want what you want, you help more people with what they want, and you'll get what you want. We just like helping. That's what we do. We love our jobs. Our jobs are helping you with home financing and education now.
It's education. That's really what it is, Don, is that, you know, you could choose to do a lot of things as you further yourself in your career, but there's also no better way to learn than to teach somebody else something, and that's why we have to constantly be educating ourselves so that we could share this great information with you.
Well, think about the knowledge we have gained. The beautiful thing that you get from us now is after 6 years, every single week we're interviewing 1 to 3 people, and we research every day for the National Real Estate Cafe, and Jennifer Gerber back there helps us with that now. To come up with great information, content, and updates on what's really happening in the real estate and financial markets, because what the media tells you sometimes puts spins on things, and it depends. They can tell you one side of their mouth with the same report, and then the next reporter tells you something completely opposite with the exact same report.
Okay, so that's called an opinion. And that's okay. Everybody's entitled to that.
Or entertainment.
Or entertainment, right?
Because sometimes it's just to get your goat, man, just to get you interested.
Right. So there's a little bit of both of those. So what I'll tell you that Don and I do is we try to make sure that we give you our opinion, because that's really what we're doing, is giving you our opinion.
So we start our own show so we can give you our opinion.
Right. Of the reports, right? Because we're still reading some of the same reports, but the reason we have a unique take on the reports is we're not reporters. We're not just reading a report. We're actually in it. We are in the housing market just like you are right now.
We understand the reports.
Yeah, and not only that, but here's the thing is by nature, a report is old information. It's either 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, 1 day old, 10 minutes old, but the minute it happens, it becomes old the next minute, right? In today's technology, I mean, it's like minutes old. It gets super dated. That's why newspapers don't exist anymore, because it's ancient news. So the reality is that by nature, those reports are old. What we could share with you is how it feels on the ground. Are people going to open houses? Are my phones ringing? Are people applying for mortgages? What are my clients saying? Are my clients excited? Are my clients fearful? You know, how do they feel about the future? So I can predict the future based on my clients' feelings.
Well, on your feelings. And then also on top of that, because you're correct, we're in it. We feel it. We watch how busy it is, like you said. The other thing we watch is trends. We actually, you'll hear, you know, oh, the housing bubble's coming because there's one bad report. Trust us on this, one bad report because of, for example, we had a regulation change last year that pummeled the housing market. It pushed everything back. It delayed all closings last November and pushed it back 10 days. So it made November's numbers look hideous. And then everybody jumped on that it was the end of, the real estate boom. It had nothing to do with it. But we were able to inform you that, hey, don't panic. Guaranteed December's going to be one of the strongest months ever.
Sure enough, it was.
And it crushed it because everything got pushed to December.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know those things because we're in the industry. And the reason we bring that up is we want to talk about a little bit about the future, right? What we see coming right now. Bubble talk has subsided. I don't see as much bubble talk.
Yeah, economy's been a little bit more consistent. So
right, jobs and all that are getting a little better.
And we're not hearing as much about Europe even.
No. So the global economy is getting a little better, and that takes away fear. And you take away fear, and people get confident.
Look at you, the fear thing.
Oh, dude, the fear thing is. Yeah, I actually made a really bad investment. I bet on fear right before the election. And it didn't work out because I thought, if this was actually a stock purchase I made in case Trump won, in case the stock market crashed to protect myself about fear. Well, that didn't work out at all. That thing dropped like a rock.
Did you invest in Trump water?
No, it's called VIX. So if you look at the so the VIX is a measure of volatility in the stock market. So I thought it was going to bring, if there was a substantial change there was going to be substantial volatility. We didn't see it. No. All we saw was confidence. All we saw is good things behind us. So if you are confident, like we are confident about the future, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. If everybody's confident, things will continue to improve.
Right. I mean, Jen just told me that before the show. Be confident. Enjoy. We had some changes in our and the guests that were showing up and stuff. So I was like, I was so excited. We have a guest coming up. Trust me. He's usually starts off a year with the State of the Union, and he couldn't make it today because he's that busy of a person. Number one.
Hey, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
he was busy, couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he slammed.
Yeah. So
real estate is great. So Right. Let's get into. We feel that this is going to be one of the strongest real estate markets, especially in Southern California and Santa Clarita. You'll see the national maybe slow down in certain areas, but I think the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast kills it this year.
Yeah. Do you think it's because we're going to have water now?
Oh, that'll help.
It probably will.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people that left because of the drought.
Yes.
Because they were concerned.
Yeah, and now we have record month in Mammoth.
The
for
best snowfall ever in history.
Right,
Recorded
by like
history,
40 inches or something like that. Yeah, and our assistant Don T was in it.
Yeah, but he's a good Eagle Scout. He was right back like he was supposed to be. He did not get trapped. So those of you who got trapped, get your Eagle Scout classes.
All right, before we close out, we're of course letting you know the housing market's phenomenal. Rates have been they're increasing rates. Just when the Fed talks about increasing interest rates, do not panic. One, it's short-term interest rates. It's on car loans. It's on credit cards. It's on equity loans, and it's in small increments.
However, when you hear of inflation rising, that does affect long-term interest rates.
It does.
So do watch the I word, right? So if you're really watching out for rates, look for the I word. That's really the trigger there.
Okay. So the housing market's going to be strong. So we want you to take action because before we close out this, we are helping so many of you in numerous ways, not just with refinance. This is not a refinance show. This is not an infomercial. This is legitimately letting you know how we're helping you consolidate debt. I mean, change the structure of your financing. We just did one that saved somebody, what, $1,000 a month? Yeah, changes in their life.
But it's not a refinance show.
Oh, the other one's even higher, the one we just closed.
I thought we were talking about the same one.
No, that was the first, and this one's even higher.
Okay.
Yeah, it's close to $1,500 a month.
Wow. So yes, we can restructure your debt to help you save thousands and thousands. And we've done some really cool things. We could talk about the one that we did.
Let me
the
clarify.
VA loan
Depends
for,
on
to the
your
reverse.
yeah. Be careful. We're just saying it can happen. We're not guaranteeing anything.
No, it depends on your particular scenario.
Yeah. Believe it or not, some of you will look and go, "You're good."
Yep.
We can't save you a dime.
Yep. Just stay there.
Really good. I just had to tell one of our financial planners that. He's like, you guys say
that's
we're
right.
supposed to check it out. And he's doing his job. We have him check out our financial plan. He checks out, we checked out his mortgage. I'm like, dude, you don't need to do anything.
Isn't that great news? That's actually a really good phone call, though. When we review somebody's mortgage and they say, hey, could you take a look? And we take a look and we're like, you're good.
All
we
right.
would have called you if you weren't.
Exactly.
But to that point, Don, is what you mentioned something that you said, we don't just help you with refinance. 75% of our business is purchases.
Yes.
We're not a refinance shop. That's not what we focus on. We focus on you that are looking to buy a home. And what that does for you is it gives you a competitive advantage in Santa Clarita specifically.
All right. Say that again.
You gain a competitive advantage in Santa Clarita working with Skyline Home Loans. Absolutely, hands down, for sure.
That is the truth.
Yeah, so the reason is our offers get accepted over any other offers because of our reputation of closing loans and closing them on time. A pre-approval letter from us is as good as gold, and some of our competitors leave something to be desired.
Right, and that's huge because when you think that a seller or the agent who's representing the seller will only take the highest bid.
Nope.
Whatever highest offer is, that's what they're taking. But it's not true because their goal is to sell your home. Therefore, so you can move on to your next home and they get paid. If it does not close, neither happens, and it becomes a fiasco and a headache, timing issues, frustrations, emotions, all that stuff goes into play. How much does that cost? So you might be able to get in with a little bit lower offer. It has to be a competitive offer.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just say 2 or 3 offers go in at the same price, Don.
Right.
Okay, then what does it come down to? Then how do you make your decision? Maybe a personal letter because you like the family that's buying it, or
Good idea.
the realtor's advice as to which one has a higher likelihood of closing.
Right. We have worked with Skyline Home Loans. They always do a great job and close their loans on time. We suggest you work with them so that we can make sure that this transaction is successful.
And you're on your way to getting keys, and 2 or 3 other offers are still shopping.
All right, so all of our professionals here at Santa Clarita Loans are the best. All of them have 10 to 30 years experience. You can find out more by going to SantaClaritaHomeLoan.com. SantaClaritaHomeLoan.com. Hey, your local lender. We've been around since 1985, by the way. We're located right here in town. We love you. Please go to SantaClaritaHomeLoan.com to refinance, debt consolidate, purchase your next home, purchase your first home. We're great with first-time home buyers. We'll walk in and put you a plan together and inform you, and you won't have any questions. We don't surprise you.
Yeah, and if you have been told no, don't be afraid to try again. Give us a call. We'll check it out. 855-DON-GINO is a number they can call, or send us an email at donandgino@gmail.com. Lots of times lenders either don't have the product or don't have the creativity. And I mean creativity. When I say creativity, it's completely 100% above board. It's utilizing products in a creative manner, such as to pay off debt and take a grant. There are grants out there that could help you. There's so many ways. So sometimes you just need a little more creativity, someone with a little more vision.
All right, so reach out to us again, SantaClaritaHomeLoan.com. Everybody on that list you'll see is phenomenal. Our team loves what we do. We love helping you. We love being here with you every Saturday. So please tune in every Saturday on AM 1220 KHTS from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. or check us out at donandgino.com.
And most importantly, take action.
All right, take action and have a great weekend.